Hey guys, welcome back to another weekly vlog. So I guess this week's just gonna be like sculpting again. And yeah, if you watched my last vlog, you would have seen the chimp that I have been sculpting. Pretty much that's all I did last week, but yeah, managed to get the face done, and I'm gonna start working on the hands and feet. So I need to get like some reference images up, and I'm gonna be doing the hands. I want to make them posable, so but it always takes a bit of time. But yeah, I'm gonna be using Cosplay for it, and I'm gonna be creating the armature of the hands using this aluminium wire armature, and then I'm going to be sort of combining it onto this somehow, but I'll probably do a post over on my Patreon if you want to know the in-depth process of how I do all of the armature stuff for the chimp doll. But I'll try and include something short in the video of the chimp, but like a detailed one will be over on my Patreon. But yeah, so it always takes a bit of time to create that. I probably should check if I actually have beige colored Cosplay, which I think I do. I got the grey and I think beige, so that should be fine. If not, I'll have to search for some beige, I guess. So yeah, so I think this week is just going to be concentrating on trying to get that chimp commission done as much as possible. I need to take some photos of my Tibetan fox, so hopefully I'll have a video up next week of like the process video, and then I can show everyone how it turned out. And yeah, so planning wise, I've got a poll on my Patreon of the animals so far. We've got a red panda. Let me just check. We've got the red panda, we've got a leopard seal, and we've got a sugar glider in the lead. So depending on which two are the highest, hopefully it doesn't stay as 3, but which two are the highest, and then I'll do a poll on my Instagrams. And yeah, so planning for Deco Den pieces. So I got like a kind of I'm in two minds about it. I had another idea. I found like this plastic fish tank type thing in Daiso, and I thought I'd like to do like a little underwater scene. And I'm kind of thinking, you know, when you put like black light over like coral and stuff, it sort of turns neon. So I'm thinking that's kind of a cool idea to do like a miniature sea thing of that, and sort of create rocks and do neon patterns over the rock or something. Still sort of figuring it out, but I have an idea in my head of what I want it to look like, and it was just like a complete spur of the moment thing where when I saw it in Daiso, I'm like, yeah, I'll grab that because I have an idea. So maybe I'll include that in like maybe a sea creature, neon sea creature one, or maybe the neon Deco Den piece. I haven't decided yet. So there's an idea that's kind of exciting. And yeah, so I'm thinking of taking another commission too. Haven't done a post or anything, but I'm thinking of putting a commission post out there. I'm still waiting for, I'm getting one of my really early dolls sent back for a little fresh up. So I used to do armatures out of wire, and I still do. So this wire, I still do depending on the doll, but mostly I do the armatures out of the ball and socket armature. It's quicker, it's easier, and it's more stable. But this you can get like better poses with. It just depends on the doll and what I'm doing, but mostly I stick to the armature, the plastic ball and socket armature. So they asked if I could do like a little refresher and switch out of the armature. So it's coming all the way from Germany, so it's taking a bit of time to get here, but it's landed in Australia, so I have that little process to go over with. So what I'm going to do is sort of pull it all apart, take the armature out, create the new armature, and put it all back together and do like any little bits and pieces that needs a new little refresher or anything. So that'll be exciting to see one of my older dolls again. So I'll probably post that process over on my Patreon as well, just to how to deconstruct and put it all back together. So that'll be interesting. I don't think it'll be too bad. I'll just have to take all like the stuffing out and just take the armature off, and I'll work it out when it gets here. So it should be arriving soon. So that's a cool little project to do. I don't mind the like plush mod projects, and I've had a few of them before. One was like a little I did a new post over on my Patreon at the start of the month, I think, where I had a customer want some like modifications to their plush, the panda plush. So I did that. That's over on my Patreon if you want to see what I did. Another one was someone had purchased a Stitch kind of doll. It was like a inspired by Stitch, but it wasn't Stitch color. It was grey, so the customer wanted it to be turned blue. So I did that whole process of turning the Stitch blue, which took a while because I did it by hand and I wanted to comb through everything to make sure it was combined and stuff. But theoretically I could have done the airbrush, but I did it by hand because I wanted to be careful with the fur texture and putting paint on it. And I've done like ones like custom action figure mods where I've created like the heads and the hands, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, so rambled on for that much. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna start making the armatures for the chimp, and then I guess start sculpting it. I'd like to do some more watercolor as well. I've got one more neon sunset to do. Oh yay! And I know what I'm gonna do, and yeah, then that sunset collection is finished and I can release it. And yeah, so that's about it, and I'll leave it there and I will continue trying to get my chimp done. Anyway, see you soon. So I'm pretty sure I was talking about doing a, what do you call it, a restoration of one of my like really early dolls, and we were just sort of waiting for it to arrive from Germany, and it actually arrived the other day. So I'm just going to open it up and take a little sneak peek at it, and yeah, see what we're looking at, and then I can start probably doing some work on it. Let's see. So, if I can actually unwrap it. Yeah, so it took a while to get here. Just because shipping is pretty slow these days, for whatever reason, whether it's COVID or not. We're getting there, we're getting there. So yeah, basically we are changing the armature out. We have a cute little note. Oh, it's a little kitty cat. Postcard. Very cute. I'll put that over here. Alright, so so this is one of my first wolf sculpts, which I have retired now. So I'm going to be doing a new armature. So I'm going to put a 1/4 scale armature inside. They've taken really well care of it. And I'll just sort of do maybe a freshen up or something. I'll just have a look and see if there's anything to do a freshen up on, but it looks in really good condition, so I probably don't need to do too much to it. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is sort of pull it all apart, which I'm going to film over on my Patreon. So the entire process will be on my Patreon. Basically what I'm going to do is pull apart this little bit here on the head to sort of release it, and then what I'm going to do is pull apart here as well, and also the legs as well, and then we'll make an armature. I don't have any size, the correct size just here, but it's basically the 1/4 scale I'm going to be using, so the middle one, because this one's going to be a bit too small to do, what's it called? It's going to be a bit too small to do this type of doll. I don't think it'll be quite strong enough to hold, so I'm going to be doing the 1/4 scale. And I hopefully won't take too long. I don't think I have to unpick too much, but yeah, I don't think I have to unpick too much, so I'm thinking what I'm going to do is just unpick the feet. Okay, yelling. And try and get the armature out of the feet, and then I can put the ball and socket armature inside both the head and the feet. So I'll try and detach these two from the wire armature with like minimal sewing, so hopefully I won't have to do any sort of sewing, and I might be able to just go through the legs or the neck hole, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll give it a go and start sort of deconstructing it, but yeah, so hopefully it won't take too long to do. Anyway, so I'm going to start doing that and we'll see what goes on. I can hear my cat pooping, so gotta clean that up. I'm going to end the vlog for this week. I kind of worked on a couple of different things, and yeah, mainly I'm trying to get the chimp commission done. So if you haven't already seen the face, this is the chimp face that I had sculpted last week. I added the ball and socket armature to the back, so now that is ready for some paint. Yeah, really happy with the way this one turned out. Really like the gaze. that I got. You can see all the detailing with the wrinkles and stuff all over the face. So this was sculpted out of Super Sculpey, the beige coloured one. And it's got glass eyes. So that is ready to go, and I'm currently sculpting the hands and feet for it as well. So this is sculpted out of Cos clay, so the transparency beige coloured one. This is still the Kickstarter Cos clay, so it's horrible to work with. So I just want to get it. I want to use it all because I still have a few boxes left. I think I got like 3.5 of this beige colour and maybe 2 of the grey. So I'd like to test out the new ones, the new formula, because this formula is horrible to work with. But I like the functionality of it. Anyway, so I'm working on the hands. This is the first one I've started. I've got 3 more to do, so 2 feet. Also, Armature video for these hands and feet will be on my Patreon if you want to know how I made them and what materials I used, etc. Yeah, so it still needs a lot of work. You can see it's a bit uneven just because I'm sort of building up the structure of the hand first. So I've done the thumb and 2 fingers, building up all the structure underneath, and I still have to do these 2. So I've just marked out some spots that I am where the folds, the creases are going to be. And I also have to add like the knuckles as well on the back of them, and just a bit more detailing around the hand. Hopefully when it bakes it's a bit darker so it matches the head, but I'm going to be painting over it with black anyway, so mostly black, like a thick black wash. But you can see here what the 2 look like. So this will be the chimp hands, and the faux fur will sort of attach here. So it'll be, and also I need to add the faux fur to this head. So it's basically, when you sculpt heads you need to sculpt them a little bit smaller to accommodate the faux fur. So it's like you're sculpting a skull really, and any of the pieces that you're sculpting that's going to be exposed, it needs to be the correct size. So it's something to always be mindful of when you're sculpting art dolls or things that you're going to attach like faux fur to. It's just to make it a little bit smaller, otherwise it ends up looking a bit disproportioned. So yeah, that is my hand. I've mostly worked on that. The Cos clay is just really difficult to work with, and just takes a really long time to what do you call it, condition and sculpt with. I prefer to work with soft clays. That's why I usually use Sculpey Original, which is the white one, because you can work with it really fast. But you know, it's each to their own, if you know, with what you like working with. But anyway, I have also started working on some more decadent stuff. So I sculpted a bunch of little pink, little pastel like candy twist things. I also did like little lollipop things as well, pastel color lollipop things. I'll do a couple of different colors in this. I've done a purple and white color, and I've done macaroons in the different colors. So I've done the purple and blue macaroon, and I've done pink and yellow macaroons, if it will focus. So a couple of different colors with the macaroons. And I think that'll be all for the macaroons, but I'm just going to sculpt like other bits and pieces as well. And then that'll be for my next decadent piece, which I'm thinking are unicorn horns. So I got like heaps of horns from leftover epoxy sculpt, so I'll probably use bits and pieces of them. I've got them scattered all over the place. So yeah, just doing that in between things, waiting for things to dry, etc. The next one is I've been working on, well, the final thing I was working on was like an upgrade commission. I think I talked about this earlier, but what I did was basically deconstruct the entire wolf. So I took it all apart, including the feet, and I am going to swap out the armature for it was a wire armature, but I'm going to swap it out for the ball and socket armature. So I've taken it all apart, and yeah, so we've got the body here. So try not to take any of the stitching out of the body. So what I'm going to do is take out maybe like half of the stuffing that I've got in there, and then try and create the armature obviously, and then I will yeah, just sort of slip it in and put it all back together. So I don't think I need to unstitch anything, but I might like just clean it up a little bit, and yeah, and that'll do, I think. So I don't think this will take too long. All I really need to do is the armature stuff and put it all back together. So yeah, I guess I will start working on that, because I don't think it'll take very long, and maybe just clean up the ear bit here, because I want to add some more to a little point here, because it's not really looking right. And just, yeah, I'll have to do a little bit of cleanup where that the fur was attached, or the body was attached to the head. I'll have to clean that up a little bit, and yeah, so that'll be exciting. I don't think it's too far off, but yeah, there's the little head. And like having this head apart as well, I always like the idea of doing, I'll just use this as an example, but I used to do little plaques like this. They're all sold out now, and I did them ages ago, but I used to do little plaques like that. So if you're interested in plaques like that, let me know, because I could definitely do some. And yeah, anyway, that is pretty much the little update. So I rambled on a little bit, almost 10 minutes. And yeah, so I had a coupon code go up for April for this month on my Patreon, where you get 10% off in my shop. So if you want something, check that out. I had a new pastel, what do you call it? Decadent collection go up, so pieces are available in my shop. So if you want a 10% off, then check that out on my Patreon. But I'll have a new printable go up this week as well. I'm not sure which one. I think I'm going to do the neon sunset that I did before. And yeah, so I'll probably leave it there, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.